The Hunter Brothers proudly present Hunting for Funny. Hello folks, and welcome to this episode 6 of Hunting for Funny. I'm Chris.
And I'm Jack, and we're on a quest to find the funny in life.
Yes, we are. We are on that quest indeed. I'm a bit slow tonight, folks. I'm very full of food. And my brain...
Name.
I didn't forget my name. I just forget that I say my name. And I was like, now what? I just said my bit, now what? So yeah, as you know, guys know, we do this every week. We've been doing it for 6 weeks now. And a few of you like what you hear, which is nice to know. A few of you are listening but haven't subscribed. So do us a favour, subscribe below if you are watching this now. Anyway, on to the normal stuff. Jack, what have you been doing this week?
This week's been quite good, to be fair. Quite enjoyed it. I feel like it's been quite productive. Doing well in my training, all that usual stuff. I've now started having my meals prepped for me. Can't call anyone else to tell me now.
That is fancy. Look at that.
Yeah. So.
What, you're on the blue apron? Which one is it?
They're from Food Fusion, so big shout out to Food Fusion. They sort me out for food. It's because Lucy's gone back to work now. So.
Cool.
Yeah, she's gone back to work. She's doing amazing. She's now a team leader in the job that she used to have. She's smashing it, but she's knackered and I can't cook, and we're trying to get healthy. So we thought, you know what, we're going to get these meals.
That makes sense.
And they're really nice. They come with, you tell you how many carbs, protein, loads of veg.
Well, that's what you need, isn't it? Especially in your situation when your body is your weapon. You've got to make sure you're eating the right stuff, otherwise you're just not in the right mindset for it.
No, it's been really good, to be fair. I've been enjoying them.
What kind of stuff have you had so far?
I've had some spicy cod with couscous and roasted veg.
Wow, that sounds good.
Yeah, I had some really pulled beef, broccoli, and noodles, I think it was.
Ooh.
Yeah, but literally you just ding you in the microwave 3 minutes and then you're sorted.
That's genius.
So it's good.
Some meals on wheels. That's all you need. I knew it'd happen eventually. I'm just glad it happened now. You've always had your meals on wheels, so no difference. That's cool. So other than your healthier eating, what else have you been up to?
I've done some school appearances on Zoom, which has been quite nice. Yeah. So I did a one called Ping Pong for You, that's in Leeds, which is, I don't know whether it's a charity, but it's set up from Leeds College or City College, I think it is, and they've got like a learning disability part of their college, and they've started a Ping Pong for You, so all the kids have been playing over Zoom on their dining tables and doing tricks. So I originally did a shout-out video a few weeks ago, and they just asked me to say hello to the kids and just send them over a video. So I did that and got speaking to the guy, and I said, you know what, I'll come onto one of the sessions. I'll zoom into the sessions. So
cool.
And they were really, really nice.
That's cool.
I set them a few challenges, and it was great stuff. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. It was very, very rewarding doing stuff like that. So
I bet it is. Especially when it's like what kind of an age range are you talking? Like younger ones or something?
No, it's college age, so they're probably like 16 above. Yeah, so quite nice. Yeah,
that's cool. And yeah, it's like when I'm going to do talks or whatever. It's the same kind of thing, isn't it? But yeah, you come away feeling like you know everything.
Yeah,
it's like I've just spread the good word.
I love doing talks for learning disabilities and stuff because you don't get the normal questions that I usually get. So
yeah, I bet you get a few curveballs.
Oh, it's brilliant. Usually you get how would you start? What's disability? All that sort of stuff, and then you just get a random. What do you have for tea?
What's your favourite type of fish finger? It's haddock or cod. It's got to be one of the two.
The best one is I said, I'm world number 8. And they go, that's great. And they go, why aren't you world number 1? It's not very good. And I was like,
yeah, I love that mentality. Just knock you right down off your pedestal. It's like, well, I know I could be doing better, but I'm sorry for only being 8 out of 7 billion.
Yeah.
Screw you too, kid. Well, that's great. Well, I'm glad you've been doing that.
It's been good. How's your week going?
It's been alright, actually. Yeah, I did something I've been wanting to do for ages. Finally, we braved it and we went out into the big wide world on one evening, and we finally went back to Cafe at the End of the Universe in their new home in Warrington Market, the brand new one. It's lovely. It's really nice. And they're open till 7, so we thought we'd go at 6 or something like that when it's quiet. Which it was fairly quiet, and we sat right opposite Dark Side of the Spoon, who we had awesome cake from as well. And it was so nice to see everybody. We had Corona hugs, as in we just held our arms apart, 2 meters apart, Corona hugs. And it was great. And the burger, Jesus Christ. I sent you a picture of it, didn't I? I think I put it on Twitter as well. If you haven't seen it, folks, get on my Twitter. Get on Hunting for Funny Twitter and have a look at that burger.
It was different level of
It's
food.
just it's worth any possible conditions it causes. It's absolutely worth it.
Like you messaged me on that day, and I was sitting there and I was eating my
healthy
cod and couscous, and I was like, "This is really nice, but I really want to eat that."
Oh man, I shut you down. I apologise. Yeah, yeah. I thought I've got to send you a picture. It was so good, but I just couldn't move. And then even though we couldn't move, we had to try one of the new things, because I know Dark Side of the Spoon have started doing, like, I think weekly special ice creams or special ice cream flavours that circulate. And this time one of them was custard cream. Ooh, so I was like, I need to try that, and it was amazing. Like, it had like chunks of biscuit in it, but because it's in ice cream, it was more like cake, and it was really good.
What's your favourite biscuit? What's your weapon of choice?
My weapon of choice for biscuits, I'm an old fart. It's fig rolls.
Fig rolls.
Fig rolls or Garibaldis. Yeah, I'm a proper old fart. So you know what a Garibaldi is?
What's your favourite sweets? Like, is it Werther's Originals?
I do like a Werther's. No, my favourite sweets are jelly snakes. They're natural jelly company jelly snakes. Nice. They're the best. They're like proper fruit in them and stuff. Like fruit
remember
juice.
The jelly snakes from the top of the road we used to live with my mum?
Yeah, I do. When you choked on one and spat blood on the wall. I remember that. Of course I do. It's like a bloody murder scene. Do you not remember doing that?
No.
You scared the shit out of me. Like, we used to live in a house, folks, and it was a weird layout. It was a really nice house. It had like 5 floors, but like a room per floor. It was a weird setup. And the very top floor was like, I think it was a converted attic, because it had a sloped roof. So it must have been turned into a floor. And that was the computer room. And me and Jack used to play up there sometimes. I think we had a PlayStation there or something. And we had some sweets, because sometimes you get sweets and play a game or whatever. And then Jack's there with his bloody jelly snake. Does he chew it? Does he bollocks? He just starts swallowing the thing. And he's coughing so violently, he's spitting up blood on the wall. Just like spatters, little bits, like not like a Freddy Krueger moment, but still, it's enough to creep the shit out of you. So yeah, you just need to learn to chew. I can't talk. I don't chew very much. I tend to bite things in half and swallow it.
That's what I do, because I'm eating a lot of veg now, and I don't like veg at all, so I'm just literally getting
of course, I never even thought of that.
Me.
Yeah, well, as long as they're in you. That's fine.
It's a big thing for me, because I literally don't eat a lot of veg.
Yeah,
I try my best to get healthy, and I thought, you know what, Tokyo's coming.
Yeah,
can't win a medal if you're fat.
Exactly.
I sat down and was like, I'm literally the fattest guy in the top 10 in the world. That's got to change. Like, that can't be.
Yeah, make it so. You don't want to be the top 10 of that one, do you?
Exactly.
The top fattest.
So,
well, they are.
so I'm making a conscious effort. So.
Exactly. That's it. That's what it's all about. Even if you don't like eating veggies and stuff like that, if you just keep doing it, gradually you'll grow to like it. It'll be an acquired taste to you. Some people love veggies from the start. Some people have to grow to like them. But any flavour you can just get used to if you keep doing it. Like,
exactly.
Beer tastes awful, but people just keep drinking it.
Yes.
And then gradually you're like, you know what, it's not that bad.
Yeah. So remember that, talking of sweets, remember that time we went to the same shop and we came back and the house had just been robbed?
Yeah. Same room.
It was mad.
That was insane. And they used your spare wheelchair to get the TV out.
Yeah.
That's brutal, ladies and gentlemen.
Honestly, that's ingenuity, though, to be fair. Like, that's fair play.
It is ingenuity. It's also the lowest level of scummery there is. You might as well just kick your legs out from underneath you and still on your satin.
I just remember going, did you trash the flat? Oh no, the house has been robbed.
Yes. Did you leave the door open? No. Did you knock the TV over and push everything around? No.
We were literally gone for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's it. 10 minutes at a shop that was like 100 yards away, but it's round a bend. It's bloody Bootle, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the way it goes.
Yeah, it's how it is. You learn from these things. We learn to get the fuck out of Bootle. So
I remember it being in the paper, and a man brought me around the sign Liverpool, sign football.
Oh yeah,
remember that?
That's
nice,
right. Wasn't there a radio thing as well, like to replace the PlayStation?
I think so. Yeah,
that was really nice. Or the guy in the shop? Was it the guy in the shop? Maybe the offie? I can't remember
something
now.
like that. Yeah.
Nice community. Just some people were scumbags.
Yeah, that's the one.
But yeah, other than going for my burger and cake, I've also been playing a lot of Ghosts of Tsushima, which is the new big game out on the PlayStation. And you're a samurai, and you're going around like ancient Japan, and you're trying to free the people from the Mongol invasion.
The what?
The Mongol invasion, Mongolians, when they invaded Japan. I
was going to say, can't
no, there's an L on it, Jack. There's an L. Friggin' hell. Yeah, it's in like the 1500s, I think, or something like that. It's like, actually, it's probably way longer ago than that. It's feudal Japan, so, proper old. They've just discovered gunpowder, and the Mongols have got it, and you haven't.
This might sound really stupid, but Genghis Khan was Chinese, not Japanese.
No, he's Mongolian. That's the army. It's Genghis's grandson. It's Genghis.
The Warriors and all that.
That's China.
Right, okay.
let's just stop
anyway.
That. Let's anyway.
Talking of being intelligent.
Because it's talking racism.
Since Lucy's been at work, I've literally, because I have like 2 or 3 Zoom calls a day, but it only lasts like an hour max each.
Yeah.
So I've had quite a lot of the day to myself because she's working 8 till 8. So I've just been listening to podcasts and I found myself like in the rabbit hole of listening to like conspiracy theories. And,
no, be careful. They are slippery slopes.
Joe Rogan's podcast, I listened to 2.5 hours of a guy talking about UFOs.
Yeah. Rogan's is good.
Great.
You just got to be careful which one you listen to because you end up suddenly that's all you think about for like a month.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And I feel like I know about like civil rights in America. I know about UFOs.
That kind of stuff's important to know about. But yeah, when you end up being like, should I eat meat? Is it made from fairy dust?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you start to get really weird.
He loves
things.
his elk as well. He's eating lots of elk.
Oh God, does he? He's got freezers full of elk meat because he hunts it himself, and he doesn't want it to go to waste, so he eats it all, and it takes him months. But because it's frozen, he thinks it's completely fine. It must be. He's not dead yet. But then again, he's definitely not human either, so I don't know.
I was going to say he's just a normal. He's like 50 odd, isn't he? 60 odd. I didn't realise he was that old.
Yeah, he's proper getting on there. Have you ever seen Codpast, the YouTube channel? It's only fairly new. It's some guy who takes footage mostly from Joe Rogan's podcast. Yeah. He takes footage of guests who've been on multiple times, and he has them talking to each other. And the first one I think was Joe Rogan speaking to Ro Jogan. And it had him both times and having a conversation. It was really good. And there's a whole bunch of them, like Bill Bear's on there speaking to, what do they call them now? I forget because it's both beginning with B, but he changed it. It wasn't just a B again. But yeah, either way, have a look at that. It's called Codpast. So it's like backwards
I listened to one with Joey Diaz on. He's hilarious.
Coco's amazing. He's one of my favourite. Listen here, cocksucker. He's one of my favourite people in the world. Listen to him talk about some of his things that he's done in the past. Oh my God. Have you ever watched him on the Honeydew podcast?
No, I've literally heard him on the Joe Rogan.
Well, you're in for a treat because the idea of the Honeydew podcast, it's by Ryan Sigler. And he says that they highlight the lowlights in life. So it's comedians go on there, talk about horrific times in their life and find the funny side of it. It's kind of like, not what we're doing, but you know what I mean? They're also hunting for funny, but in much darker waters. And then obviously Joey Diaz comes on. And put it this way, his stories are so insane and so long. I think he's been on 4 times. And there's like 2 hours of run, So, yeah. But his stories, he told this story, I think, about his uncle. Was it his uncle or maybe his mum's boyfriend or something? And he just had a gun. And he's like, this is yours now. And he's like, if anyone comes to that door, you shoot them in the face. He's like, what the fuck? He's like 8. It's like, I want to go fuck your mother. It's crazy the stuff that he's seen.
He kept on going, you white people. I went to this white people restaurant on this day.
Oh God. Well, yeah, it's because I think he's Puerto Rican, isn't he, or something like that? So you can say that.
Cuban, I think he is. Yeah.
Cuban, yeah, but yeah, he's amazing. Joey Diaz, he's just insane. How did we get to talk about Joey Diaz? We talked about podcasts. That was it. Yeah. But yeah, so I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima. It's really, really good. I highly recommend it to anybody who likes stuff. If you played Sekiro last year, which is like a similar kind of vibe to it, it's like samurai things. It's not the same kind of game, which is good because a lot of people thought it might just be the same thing. It's really not. Because Sekiro is like Dark Souls for Japanese stuff.
Nice.
This new one's like Assassin's Creed.
Oh, I love Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, well, you'll like this. It's really good.
I was just going to ask you last week. Do you know when you talk about games and stuff?
Yeah.
What was the game where you thought, I want to make graphics and stuff, I want to make animation?
Final Fantasy VIII.
Jazz. Was it that game?
Yeah, Final Fantasy VIII was the game and Shrek was the film. Because Shrek was the film that made me want to make 3D stuff. It made me realise you can actually do that as a job.
Imagine Shrek in Final Fantasy.
It's probably been done. Yeah, people always modern Shrek into stuff. It's amazing.
I remember the first game I looked at graphics and was like, whoa, was Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
It was like,
oh, yeah.
Or it might have been Devil May Cry on the PS2. But then Assassin's Creed was...
but Assassin's Creed, they always make the trailers that are like super cinematic and realistic.
Yeah.
So that's probably like at E3 and stuff. You're like, holy crap, is this a film?
Yeah, exactly. And then in little small print it says not real gameplay.
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
And everyone in the audience is like, duh. We're not in the year 4000. Of course it's not game footage. But nowadays it's harder to tell. Like, quite often when I was playing The Last of Us, I wouldn't... there'd be like a cutscene and then the players just stood there. I'm like, is this crashed? And then I realise I'm playing. I've just not moved. Like, oh shit, wow, all right. I'm in game. I thought it was still a cutscene because it looked amazing. So even I get caught off guard and it's my job to do that stuff. So yeah, it shows.
Lucy's the worst one because I've been watching like old football matches because literally there's been football on now, but like I've been watching stuff where like, and she comes in, I'll be like 10 o'clock at night, she comes back from work and she's like, oh, is this live? I'm thinking, it's 10:30 at night and there's about 50,000 people in that stadium. Just have a little think about it.
Is it live? Everyone's walking around with Scouser wigs on and tracksuits.
Yeah.
It's in black and white.
She used to do it on Match of the Day all the time. It's like, oh, are these live? Yeah, I've watched 10 matches in 20 minutes. Yeah, that's how it works.
Cantona's up front. Oh, God. But I've also been trying to do a bit more learning me Japanese and stuff as well, trying to get back into that.
Nice.
And I learned something the other day by accident, which is kind of funny. I thought you'd appreciate. Do you want to know what the Japanese for vasectomy is? And this just popped up in a lesson somebody was doing. They're doing it on Twitch, and someone just put in the comments, vasectomy equals this. I was like, that can't be true. And I checked and it is true.
Oh, but
go on, what do you reckon vasectomy is?
Real small.
What?
I don't know.
Okay, well, vasectomy in Japanese, right? It's a borrowed word, which means they don't have a word for it. They use someone else's.
Right.
They call it pipe cut. It's a pipe cut. So there you go.
Nice.
I didn't know that was the thing, but that's what it was. That's something I learned this week. I thought it was important for you to know.
I bet you didn't know that I've got the best Japanese accent, but I can only say one word.
Go on. You're going to get it cancelled.
Are you ready?
Go on.
Arigato.
Hey, that is pretty good.
That's good, isn't it? It's good.
Irashaimase. Whenever you walk into a shop, that's what you get. Bing dong.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Okay. Anyway, we'll practice that later when you're not on camera and held liable. But yeah, we've also started trying to be a bit healthier ourselves. Started going on walks each night if we can. Just forgot tonight, but yeah, other nights just been, as soon as Charlie gets back, we'll go for a walk, come back, and then settle in for the night. And that's been good. I've been starting to feel a bit better from it. And I've also finally got some headphones on the way to go out running with. Because I've been wanting to start going running for ages, but I've not got any headphones I can stay on whilst I do it. And I can't just run because I'll run out of energy in like a minute. Yeah. So I've been wanting these Raycons. You've probably seen them, like a lot of podcasts and YouTubers and stuff have been sponsored by them.
Okay.
And they're basically like, they're like in-ear Beats, but nowhere near as expensive and way better quality.
Yeah.
Nice. And they're really good, but it's an American company that makes them. And they keep advertising stuff. And when you go to the website, it's in pounds. Like, oh, cool. They sort out England. And then you go to pay for it all. And, like, you've used a code, you've got a discount price and all this stuff. Yeah. And you go to pay for it, it's like you're shipping to America only. It's like, you're a fucker. Because of all the COVID stuff. But they just haven't changed anything else, just that page. So, last week I checked again, because I check every week. And it finally came up as England. So, used my discount code. Finally got them on the way.
Nice.
So, over the coming weeks, you should see a little less face on this face. See what happens with that. It probably won't happen, but I'd like it to. I genuinely want to get healthier. I'm 32 now. I'm getting on. Getting on in age.
He's still a young spring chicken.
A whippersnapper.
A whippersnapper.
You say that, but I'm at the age where I can clearly remember being alive when my mum was our age. It's like, I was 12 when mum was my age. Yeah. So
I always think, like, you know me nan? Or like,
I do know my nan.
It's our great nan, but like, we call her nan.
Flat
she
nan.
was like 70 odd when I first was born.
Yeah,
like,
I was thinking this the other day, actually, yeah. When I think of like nan growing up, she was in her 60s.
Yeah, it's weird.
She was alive. She was born in 1925. So
what a woman.
During the war, she was a teenager. The scariest time to remember stuff, and she was like, oh, I'm fine.
She was like a weightlifter as well.
I forgot about that.
Lifting wardrobes.
Yeah, she was a weightlifter. She was a fire warden during the war. So she used to go apparently they used to look at stuff from high up, like on top of buildings and stuff, and they'd look out for smoke and fires, and then point them out, and then the fire brigade would go and try and put them out.
Bloody hell! But the thing is, stories where she used to send the knickers out to sew knickers for parachutes and all sorts.
Yeah, it's just it's mad, isn't it? A whole different world. Well, yeah. Oh, I love that. She's awesome. But yeah, that's what I've been doing this week, pretty much. So what we move on to our next segment. So I'm really a bit out of kilter tonight. I'm so full. I've had veg chili, folks. I made my own veg chili, which I make every now and again, and it's legendary and delicious. But boy, is it filling! And I've got half a pan left for tomorrow. Nice. So I should have had a bit less tonight, I think.
Are you drinking tonight? Or have you got?
Oh yes, tonight's beverage of choice is the last one in my fridge. It's the one I mentioned last week that I like. It's Edinburgh gin, rhubarb and ginger.
Oh, nice!
It's very nice.
How is it?
It's great. It tastes kind of like almost like a fruit jelly. Like it's got a bit of viscosity to it, and because of the rhubarb, it tastes kind of fruity. So it's nice.
Oh,
what do you want today? Just say.
iced coffee.
Iced coffee. Oh yeah, the Azera
on it. Yeah,
salted
not really
caramel.
showing the label there well.
Salted caramel. Look at that.
85 calories. That is.
Oof. Do you remember the old Tic Tac advert from years ago? And it's a bit random, but I used to say it all the time. Just 2 tiny calories per tiny Tic Tac. Like I used to always say that, and every time I'm necking a bottle of Tic Tacs, because you can't have one. Every time I'm necking a bottle of Tic Tacs, I'm thinking 2 tiny calories per tiny Tic Tac. I just swallowed like 140 of them because I don't get the little boxes. You get the big, like the big hundreds.
The only advert to stick out to me when I was younger was the Belly's Gonna Get You one. And it really scared the shit out of me.
I forgot about that.
Oh, I used to have nightmares about it.
I used to like the pepper
on the motorbike with a massive belly. Oh.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. Oh yeah, it got you. So get on the veg.
There was one of like little babies smoking as well. Remember that one? That gave me nightmares. Like,
yeah, I think nightmares. So. Yeah, the 90s was full of weird babies.
Not great. Yeah.
You were one of them. Oh god.
Right.
So
next segment. Let's keep it rolling.
Next segment, Jack. What is bugging you?
What's bugging you this week? I feel like it's a little bit petty and something that doesn't bother
me. We
like
like petty, but
it bothers me.
Yes, that's what we want. That's what matters. You are the subject matter here. So, what is bugging you? It's not called what's bugging us or what's bugging the world. It's called what's bugging you.
Right. So contactless payments on your phone.
Yes.
I think it's great. Honestly, I use it all the time.
It's awesome. Yeah.
I think even in these Corona times, it's perfect.
Yeah, they've updated to 40.
What's really bugging me, right?
Yeah.
Is when people use it, but then just whack the phone onto the pad.
Oh yeah.
That's not contactless.
Yeah,
you're just hitting the pad with it, then you're just getting Corona
everywhere. That's just abuse.
And it's not contactless. You may as well just put your card in.
Might as well lick it.
I guess on my nerves, man.
Yeah, I bet.
Just hover over the top. You don't need to slam it down. Just
I mean,
stop.
Your other half knows with that wireless charger how close you need to be.
Exactly, absolutely.
Don't tell the folks about that. The thing that you loved last week and now probably had thrown out the window.
Yeah, I broke Lucy's bank card with the wireless charger. I didn't realise that you weren't meant to put your bank card in your phone in case and a bank card.
If you'd have read even a second of the leaflet, it would say, don't put cards near this at all. It's magnetic.
Yeah,
never put your cards near a magnet. Well, you know what? You live, you learn, don't you? You got a new one, I'm sure.
If you're using contactless payments, don't whack the things with it. Just
it.
Tap. You don't even need to tap.
Don't even tap it. Just hover. Do it like a lady peeing, I assume. Just hover. I've never seen it, but they say they hover. They say they hover, so I realise it made it sound like I know, like that's what they do. Usually they hover between 1/2 inch and 2 inches. Like I don't know.
With a steady stream.
Bit of a shimmy, wipe and leave. Oh, what the bloody hell have we become?
Oh God.
Yeah. So
that's what's bugging you, because it's really bugging me.
Fair enough. That's why we have
it. That's what's called.
Get it off your chest. Now you have. So people of the world take note.
What's bugging you? What's getting on with you?
What's bugging me? I said I've been trying to. I'm trying to get like back into learning Japanese and stuff.
Yeah.
There's not enough hours in the day. That's what's bugging me. Like
right.
I want to learn more Japanese. I want to make some music. I'm in the mood to make music recently. I want to do some more 3D art. I'm inspired again. I want to use that inspiration. Yeah. I want to do some extra work because it's busy. I want to play a game. I want to spend more time cooking food rather than just heating food up, which is why I made chili today. I'm trying to eat healthier again. But the problem is it all takes time and there just isn't enough. And I'm trying to get more sleep as well, which, as you know, I don't sleep much. I normally sleep like 4 to 6 hours. That's my standard. But recently I've been trying to squeeze that a bit further. I've been trying to have more sleep. Not loads more, because if I have too much, I get really sleepy, like all day. I don't know why. But yeah, if I had more hours in the day, I wouldn't need to worry about that. So that's what's bugging me. There's just not enough bloody hours in the day. And that makes me sound like such a pensioner. But it's true, successful people, if you're going to be successful, you've got to just put in all the effort, and you can't do that if you've not got enough time.
You're creative, that's what you are. You're creative.
Yeah, that's the problem. I said this the other day, I think it was on Twitter or something. Like, it was like 5 facts about you or something. Like, it's one of those circulatory things. And one of my things is that I'm just in love with creation. That's what I enjoy doing.
Nice.
No matter what it is, I enjoy the fact that I'm creating. But that means that I'm always jumping between ideas and projects. And it could be, like I said, it could be making music or making a video game. Like, it's just completely different things all the time.
Yeah.
Or, like, writing. I started writing a musical about a book that I read at uni. And I made, like, my final project at uni about this book. But it was really visual in my mind, and I wanted to do. I watched Hamilton and got inspired. And I was like, I want to write a musical about this. But then thinking about it, it's really, really fucked up book. So it's probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
But, it'd have a niche market.
I'm like that. I get like sidetracked so easily.
Yeah.
So like obviously I play table tennis, but then I'm like, I want to go do some acting. I want to do some comedy. I want to try and draw. I want to learn a language. I want to do this one. And I'm like, Lucy's like, just calm down a bit. Like,
one at a time.
Like I nearly applied for drum lessons last week. Just
wow.
Good. Like, see, do you know what I mean? Just
I love drums.
But I live in a flat, so it's different.
Yeah, exactly. Even if you had electrics, you're in trouble because of all of the vibrations and whatnot. But just take it out on GarageBand.
Maybe what you could do with your week is like you could just work over 2 days and then split your week into like a 3-day week rather than a 7-day week. That might be easier. And you could be like, I don't live to your schedule. You live to my schedule.
I am a god.
Here's a question for you. If you could name a day of the week, what would you call it?
Oh, if I could name a day, I just call it Resty.
Resty.
Yeah. Just Resty, Monday, Tuesday, Resty, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Second Resty, Monday, Tuesday.
Would you spell it with a D at the end as well? Not even like a day.
Oh, yeah. RESDY, Resty. We all know you're going to shorten it anyway. Why not just cut to the chase?
I can see the 14-year-old girls on Facebook resting my bestie just on the...
They are, see, right itself. It's bloody financially responsible to do this now. Just to sell merchandise.
That was when I thought I'd start a religion and call it Jatholics. It didn't go well.
I bet. It doesn't sound great. I know Mum always said to me I should write the book, the Gospel According to Squid.
Yeah.
Or the Gospel According to Chris, because I just spout this advice all the time. I don't know why I did that. But so that's what's bugging me, not enough hours in the day. So, speaking of moving on, like time does, second by second, closer to death. We move on to the next segment.
Funny, Chris.
Hunting for funny. Everyone's funny. No one's going to die ever.
Every blink you take, you're dying. Right?
I don't blink very often, Honestly, I got told by an optician I don't blink enough.
That's a sign of a psychopath.
Probably, yeah. No, it's the sign of focus. That's the problem. When I'm working, all the stuff I do is really intricate. Like there's something called UV mapping, which I'm not going to bore you, but basically you rip the skin off something and flatten it out so you can paint on it. Nice. Sounds gross, but I'm talking like boxes and stuff.
3D? Are we talking?
3D, yeah. I'm not a vet.
Just get a pigeon.
I want to paint this. No, I mean like in 3D. But like when you're doing that, it's really intricate and small dots. And sometimes you can really get too focused on it. And I find myself just staring. And then I'll be like, my eyes hurt. I'm like, wait, when did I last blink? And it's been
you don't get dry?
I've got really bad floaties in my eyes. Because apparently
floaties?
Do you not have that way? Like you see like a dot and you can't follow it.
I've been thinking there's flies in the flat, but there's not. There's just little black dots.
Yeah, that's it. It's what that is. Apparently, I'll look this up. There's stuff. It's basically the back wall of your eye. There's like nerves and stuff. Yeah. And they kind of, if you don't rest them, they kind of die off and float around. They regrow and stuff with sleep and with rest and with vitamins and whatever. But if you get eye strain, you get more floaties. And I like permanent floaties, so I'm trying to get more eye rest. But yeah, so
have you ever had a ghosty?
A ghosty a ghosty is when you ride your bike, but you grab the branch of a tree and swing out, and the bike goes without you, and you hold on, and it's called a ghosty. But I had a friend who did that once, and he did it, and all I saw was his bike and then his legs in the air, because he just slammed down to the floor and fucked it up. But
what I call a ghosty is when you do a poo and you don't have to wipe.
That's a one wipe wonder. That's what we call it. Yeah. Like, magic. Now done that. Let's go home. Yeah, that's absolutely a one wipe wonder. And that can be a t-shirt if you want. Like, just Stevie Wonder with bog roll behind him.
Stevie One White Wonder. Him squatting over a toilet.
Oh god.
Cane in one hand, toilet paper in the other.
Terrible. You're terrible.
Oh, we've only had people to buy our merch. It'd be
I know, yeah. Well, let's promote it. We've got to promote it. We've got to do stuff. So, folks, you got halfway through. We're halfway through. Subscribe. Yeah. Anyway, Jack, on to the next segment. Who is your idiot of the week?
My idiot of the week is Americans.
Jeez, I thought I was going to be broad this week, and then you just went for a full continent.
No, that was a bit broad. This comes from a video I've seen, and I think it's pre-corona, but it must be a few years old as well. And it was a guy, and he was on CCTV, and he tried to sue the company because he slipped on the floor,
right?
And like pretended he hurt his back, but they got him on CCTV. It was like an all-you-can-eat buffet place. And he walked up to the ice machine,
of course it was,
picked up some ice, chucked it on the floor, and then just lay down really slowly in the ice.
Bloody chances, aren't they? Now,
so
to be fair,
went to court, and they were like, "Well, we've got it on CCTV, throwing it down and lying on the floor."
What an idiot! That's a very well-deserving idiot. Now we should clarify here at Hunting for Funny, we don't think all Americans are idiots.
No,
some yes, definitely. Most maybe, but not all. This guy, however, is definitely one of them. So yeah. But that's a good idiot of the week. I like that. That's a good one.
Thanks.
I appreciate it. You're obviously smarter than he is. Now, my idiot of the week, which I thought was going to be pretty broad, but then you just threw in a continent, is the people of Victoria, Australia. So it's only a state. It's not quite a continent, but it is a state in Australia. So, apparently a bunch of people are getting Rona there, as a lot of people are, but a bunch of people are getting it there out of the blue. And apparently it's because 90% of people who were shown symptoms just cracked on. I'm going to go shopping. It's only the sniffles. I'm going to go to work. I've got stuff to do. 90%.
Jeez.
And even better, 50% of the people who have gone for the tests or already think they've got it, 50% of them didn't quarantine. It's like, so that leaves like so few smart people in that whole state. According to the stats, I'm not judging everyone, but that's a fuck ton of idiots.
That's natural selection.
And the best part is,
got to be natural selection.
I saw a picture. It was on BBC News. Like every day I check it, and it has like the live feed. So it's just gone. It's gone by the next day, but they just keep you updated. And the picture they used of somebody in Victoria was this guy who had a beard, a bright pink wig on, and a neon green face scarf. But it's made out of like neoprene, like really, really thin fabric.
Oh,
you can fully see through. And it's like, that is doing fuck all.
You may just have a wedding veil.
Yeah, honestly, it was thinner than a wedding veil. At least the wedding veil's got chunks in it. This is just sheer neon green. It's like, at least double it over, mate. Come on.
Yeah, what are you doing?
But sorry people of Victoria for the smart ones out there. But judging by the stats, there's not that many. And there won't be that many soon, so
talking about Americans and masks, did you see that thing on, I think it's a Lab Bible? There was a woman that got in trouble for not wearing a face mask in a shop.
Right.
And she claimed that she's not going to wear a face mask because when you fart, your pants don't stop the smell, so surely Corona can get through a face mask.
That is intriguing. That's intriguing science. But far too mysterious. You don't know. You can't judge everything based on how a fart reacts. Because I always thought if you were stood at a bus stop in the winter in the snow and you had a fart, you'd see it. You know, like when you breathe out. But you don't. So she might be onto something.
Yeah, maybe. This is really grim, but like it's a wheelchair problem. So when it's really cold, you get out your chair and sit in the car, and your cushions just start steaming.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen that many a time.
Really
seen that many a time. It happens to the best of us, mate. Like, don't worry about it.
Getting in taxi and you're like chucking your cushion in quick. Just always sweaty arse.
Oh, it's fine. You know what? Just call yourself a horse. Like, look, horses steam in the cold. I'm a stallion. It's what we do. Okay. Right. So who's your hero this week, Jack?
My hero of the week is. Have you got a drum roll yet? Liverpool Football Club. Get in.
The whole team.
The whole team, the whole supporters, the whole city, everyone.
The supporters could be in my idiot category, but go on.
Oh, get out, Chris. Get out.
Did you see them outside Anfield again?
They chose to ignore it, right?
Yeah, the police told them not to, and they chose to ignore it. So
Yeah, I think some of our family members are in there, but
anyway. No, they are. We saw pictures. Oh well, Rona's easy in it,
Yeah. Liverpool lifted the cup after 30 years. We finally won the league.
Yes, you did. Bravo, team.
And I was really sad because usually me and my best mate Josh and Jodie, we would sat around and went to the pub and watched it like usual, but we couldn't do that. So,
but that's what time's living, isn't it?
In my Liverpool top,
in his kids,
eating tea, and a little tea. And watching them lift the cup on their own with the fireworks and stuff. Lucy was sitting there and she was having a nap on the couch. She woke up and went, "Are you crying?" I was like, "No, I definitely was crying."
Yeah,
but I was just
that's fine.
I think for Liverpool, for me, it's a lot more than football.
Yeah.
Like it's the fan, it's the way of life. It's an outlet for a lot of people. I think it's something that the club has strived for years. They're trying to win the league. We've been through Champions League. You remember in 2005 we won the Istanbul 3-0 down at half time.
That's what I was saying to you before. Like I was confused because I didn't get why there's a big celebration because Liverpool won. It's like they always win. They won trophy like a few years ago and then a few years before that. So what's the celebration for? But I didn't realise they haven't won the Premier League for 30 years. They've won a bunch of other stuff.
It's the first time we've actually won the Premier League. The last title we won was like in the old school
Division
1.
The last time they won, I was 2.
Nice.
So there you go. That's weird, isn't it? It was in the 80s.
Minus 5.
That wasn't 90. Was it 90?
90, I don't know.
It must have been 90 or 89. But either way.
Like John Barnesy type era, I think. I don't know whether they won it or not, actually. Maybe John Barnes.
No, it was early 90s. Yeah, it was before that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ian Rush.
Maybe early Ian Rush, but it's like Peter Beardsley, maybe.
Oh, okay.
That kind of took an old school.
Alan
I think.
Hansen is in there?
Maybe, I don't know. Look,
have I told you that story about my dad meeting Alan Hansen?
No. Is he the guy from the narration? The commentating?
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Narration, sorry. You say often how much football. The narrator, yes. Narrator of the game. The sports ball.
Like Brian Blessed doing the commentary on football.
He's got one in!
Goal! Goal! Anyway, so after Real got invited to a Liverpool match VIP in the posh suite and all that, you have to wear a suit and it's called the Legends Lounge. Right. So they basically pay ex-footballers to walk around in the room and just mingle with the people. So I had a +1 and I thought, you know what, my dad's had a season ticket for like 20 years.
Yeah.
He loved this. So I took him and he was buzzing. He was absolutely loving it.
Yeah.
And there was Ian Rush was there, Gary McAllister was there was Alan Hansen and all that sort of stuff. So we get taken out into the VIP bit where the seats are.
Yeah.
We're playing Hull and we sit down and then my dad went, fucking hell, it's Alan Hansen, sat next to me. Like Alan Hansen's right next to him. Kenny Dalglish is like a few seats down.
Jesus Christ.
So he's sitting next to Alan Hansen. Alan Hansen's just ribbing me dad the whole match. It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant.
That's once in a lifetime, that, isn't it?
Oh, Jordan Henderson had a free kick. And Alan Hansen is the main presenter of Match of the Day. He was for like 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
So Jordan Henderson had a free kick. My dad goes, this is going top corner. Alan Hansen goes, no, that's getting skied in the crowd. And he said, no, that's going in. So Henderson takes it, goes straight in the crowd. And Alan Hansen looks at me dad and just goes, and that's why you wear a Match of the Day. Straight on.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And the whole fans were chanting something. And Alan was going, I can't hear what they're chanting. And my dad went, they're chanting, we know your family's on Jeremy Kyle. And he went, oh.
But are they wrong? I mean, are they really wrong? I'm sure some of ours would have shown up at some point.
Apparently my mum got offered to go on Jeremy Kyle. She told you that?
No.
Years ago. She only told me a few weeks ago.
All right.
She got asked to go on Jeremy Kyle by a vague family member that you'll probably know. But well, you do know, but I'm not going to mention it. But apparently anyway. Jeremy Kyle, at least she declined it. I mean, I don't want to be dated with people like that.
Nah, exactly.
There's people from my school that were on Jeremy Kyle. It wasn't pleasurable.
I used to go to college with a guy and a girl who they both really wanted to be in the audience for Jeremy Kyle.
Yeah.
And they tried so many times and they finally got on it. And the next week in college, they were like, did you see us? Did you see us? Like, we're in this bit and we're in this bit. They cut to the crowd and we were there. It's like, no, I wasn't watching Jeremy Kyle. But, at least you had a good time. That's what matters. Right, so your hero of the week was an entire team of footballers.
It's the entire, not just
the entire Liverpool FC family.
Community, minus the people that are outside the ground. But apparently, and I quoted one of our cousins, it was full of wolves outside the ground. It wasn't Scousers. Right. So I'm gonna blame the wolves.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, that's healthy.
Anyone who doesn't know how wool is anyone not from Liverpool. So
it's not a healthy attitude, but I'll stick with it. Right. Well, my hero of the week is somebody I discovered an hour ago.
Nice.
Excuse me.
The hero of the hour.
The hero of the hour.
Rush Hour. Remember that film, Rush Hour?
Rush Hour 2 is the best one.
Unbelievable. We used to watch that on repeat going to sleep.
Definitely.
Oh,
and then
that, and you had a Simpsons tape that was on loop.
Simpsons tape. I had like 4.
Yeah, it was just on loop all the time.
Yeah,
you went to Futurama when we had DVDs, and you had loads of Futurama.
I used to have the commentaries on for Futurama.
That's the one, yeah.
All the time. That was great.
Oh, mad.
I love that.
That little telly that you burnt a hole in with the candle, remember?
Yeah, I still got that, I think. Yeah, that was my friend did that. Right, yes, hero of the week. There's a guy called Nigel NG on YouTube. Stumbled across him. He's a Malaysian stand-up comic who I think he lives in London or something like that. and he's got this character called Uncle Roger, which I didn't know about, and it's Uncle Roger watching this BBC cooking show of this woman who's cooking rice, and she is just this is an actual BBC food episode, and she's just fucking this rice up. Like, it looks nice, but like she cooked it, and then it was all like gloopy, and then she cooked it, and then she poured it out into a colander. She's like, right, okay, so now we drain out the rice. It's like, what? You drain the rice? Like, and it's like, why are you draining the rice? Why is it soggy rice? You can't fix wet rice. And then she runs it under the tap, like, to rinse it off. It's like, why do you dry it if you're going to rinse it off? And like, he's losing his shit over the fact that she's made this soggy rice. He says something along the lines of, you can't fix wet rice. You just fucked it up, something like that. But the way he says it in a really thick accent as well, because he dials it up for this character, which I'm obviously not going to do. But yeah, I recommend you go and watch this guy. He's dead funny. And we watch a few bits of his stand-up as well in between, because he's got stand-up, he's got sketches.
I think he might be on TikTok as well. I think I might have seen him on TikTok.
Yeah, you probably have. But yes, as YouTube is Mr. Nigel NG, all one word. And yeah, he's great. So he's my hero of the week.
Nice.
The video is called Uncle Roger Disgusted by Egg Fried Rice. So give that a watch. It's brilliant. You should watch it after this. It's great. Right. That leads us on to everyone's favourite part of the podcast.
There we go. This is the one.
The celebrity segment. I'm not looking forward to this week. I've got two doozies.
Yeah, me too. I've got one that I'm going to struggle with.
Well, it's fine.
I've got two that I'm going to struggle with.
We've got this. We can figure this out. So, your first scenario, Jack. What did I write before? Oh, yeah. Right. You've made it just in time to your favourite burger place, but the person in front of you has just bought the last one of your favourite burger.
Right.
So whether that's pleading to the guy to make you a new one, or it's shouting at the person who's just took it, or whatever.
Right.
You do you.
Oh, you ready?
Did you go to shit himself?
False start there.
What was that? Right. All right, go on. Unseen.
Oh, baby, you took my burger now. I want another fresh one. Oh, baby, a bacon tomato sauce. And hold the lettuce too, please. Show me you've got toasted buns, please. And tell me, baby, all I want to know now, chips or fries. My love.
Bravo. I've got to say, that was some of the best improvised lyrics I've ever heard. That was so much better than Britney Spears could ever do it. I'm assuming it was Britney Spears and it wasn't the Bo Selector guy.
If Cafe in the Universe want me to do a jingle, I'm well up for it.
I think you're safe for a bit, mate. I think you can keep that dive entry very open. Oh, God. Well done, matey.
Tough that.
Yeah.
Tough.
Right, go on. What's my first scenario? Your
scenario is you were walking down the street, you've kicked the curb and fell over.
Right, I'm gonna have to mute my mic because to remember this person's voice, I've got to say two words and you can't know what they are.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Method acting.
I'm just walking down the street. Walking along. Is that a bird? Oh no, I'm falling over. Hey, is that a hole in the floor? I can't do any impressions. Was that made by Andy Dufresne?
Oh, again now. It's
Morgan
Freeman.
Yeah. I can't do any impressions.
I was like, that sounds like last week's accent too. It was like Australian.
All mine just sound the same. I can't help it. I'm not good at impressions. Oh, God. At least you got it. Yeah, I'd turn it off and go, Andy Dufresne. It's like the only thing I can roughly say closely. And then it still didn't go anywhere. So, right, okay, your second scenario. This is a nice, easy one. You're just stealing some money from the kids. Like pocket, nice. Pocket money, lunch money, whatever you want. You can be an adult, I don't care. Just, you want like that 60p.
Right. Oh, I've seen this film like once.
Okay, so it's an actor. We've got a clue, folks.
Oh, sorry, just give you a clue. You're not going to have a clue, it is.
Good.
Hello. I just wanted to take your pennies. So if you could give me your pennies, that would be great. I can see you're a small child. I am a pirate. So if you could just give me a penny. No. Who are a pirate.
I'm so confused now.
Caribbean.
Yeah. You said you were a pirate, then you went all ooh West Country.
Oh, that's what pirates say. Ooh, what do pirates say? What?
Yo ho, me hearties. Yo.
That's the one. Not.
Ooh, we've got a brand new combine harvester. It's Seaborn. Was that meant to be Jack Sparrow?
It was meant to be Johnny Depp. Yeah. It was...
Oh right, okay. Well, you know what? Valiant effort. This is why we sprinkle. That's why we sprinkle the clues amongst the impression.
Yeah.
Because without them, you would be lost.
Yeah, we wouldn't have any idea who it was. I've seen Pirate of the Caribbean like once.
Oh, it's one of the best films ever. That was generally my favourite film at one point.
Really?
The first one, yeah.
There's a lad with like octopus face. Remember that?
That's the second one, I think.
Oh,
watch the first one, The Curse of the Black Pearl. Honestly, one of the best films going, and one of the best soundtracks by far.
Why are pirates called pirates?
Because they are.
What's Pirate's favourite shop?
Primark.
Argos.
Oh, that's better. Mine was more contemporary, actually. Do you remember Index?
Index? What's Index?
It used to be like Argos.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, there's a nugget of nostalgia for you. Right, so, oh god, yeah, it's my turn, isn't it? All right.
The Mingin Argos catalogues used to all finger the catalogues.
I've never done that.
You did. You used to go in the shops and like look around the catalogues.
Oh, look, right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like
we have different definitions of that word. Jesus Christ.
Get your mind out the gutter.
No, it lives there. It's dirty. Don't be dirty.
Just imagine you getting an Argos, shutting the door. I'm ready.
Oh god! Right, next impression. Come on, next
if
scenario.
If you get paper cuts in your finger in the next few days, I'm not going to ask you where you got them from.
Have HIV in it or something. Oh god! Right, next.
What?
What's my next scenario?
Oh,
this is your bit.
You've just been to a garden centre, and you've ate a mouthful of soil.
Okay.
And it's definitely not because I'm staring at plants.
Okay. Oh, I don't know why. I don't know how. But I've got a mouthful of soil. And a particular set of skills. Oh, I've got to work on this stuff. It's clearly different.
It's the same impression you just do, like quotes out of films, so I know what it is.
Yeah. Otherwise, you won't know what it is, will you? You might not have noticed. I'm not good at them. So go on. Who's that masterpiece?
I'm going to say that was Liam Nielsen. Nielsen. Liam Nelson.
Take the second L out.
Ian Nelson.
The second L, you jab. Ian Nelson. Yeah, it was Ian Nelson.
It wasn't as bad as last week when I said Nelson Mandela.
I think you're just having strokes mid episode. Oh god. Oh, but yeah, so it was. Go on. You got this. Liam what?
Nielsen.
No, take the L out. It's not that hard.
Nealon. No.
Right, you're saying Nielsen. Say Nielsen without the L.
Nielsen.
Instead of saying, right, yeah, try this. Right, imagine you're playing football with your dad, right? And he says, on my head, son. And you want it on your knee. So you say...
Oh, Liam Neeson.
Hey, Liam Neeson.
Okay. I get it now.
Genius. Ian Nielsen. Right, an Ian Nielsen t-shirt is needed, apparently.
You said take the L out. I mean, you didn't say which
I said the second L. I specified the second L.
I was thinking Ian's not a name. Liam
oh, God, you're tiring to be around. All right. And we're hundreds of miles apart. Right, that was a joke, don't worry. Right, okay, so, yes. All right, so that's the celebrity bit done, I think. Yeah. Celebrity impressions done. It will do.
Every time I always laugh too much, my jaw's hurting.
It's because you don't laugh enough during the week. You've got to get practice.
True.
Right, last week's question for the folks was, what are you most looking forward to once everything is back to normal? Like fully back to normal. Rona's a thing of the past. What are you most looking forward to diving in and doing risk-free? So you had somebody write in?
Yeah, John Whitfield very kindly tweeted us at Hunting for Funny on Twitter.
Yeah, you folks can do that too. Yeah, Hunting for Funny.
Hunting for Funny. That's the one.
Yes.
He said he missed the most was ice hockey. and trying to get himself a date, which I completely respect. I mean,
That
if you
is-
could get 2 in 1, like
That is, to be fair, he sounds like a badass because I could not
Yeah.
even attempt to ice skate. I mean,
No,
I think I could speak on behalf of you. Neither could you. But
no,
I
no.
But I have slightly more embarrassing
I tried to ice
reasons.
skate once,
Did
and I
you?
went to the rink with Lucy,
Right.
and I thought I could just push around and do like see how it goes.
Yeah.
But no, they wanted me to just for Lucy to push me around on the ice. I said I could do
Oh
that
yeah,
in
they've
the
got
car
like
park.
they got like chairs they can hop.
No, it'd be my chair.
Right.
Just push me around. So I could do that in the car park. I'm not going to feel any
Yeah,
different
exactly. Yeah.
by someone pushing me around on ice. I didn't understand. But it cost me 20 quid. I was like, I'm not doing that. Anyway.
Well, at least you're fiscally responsible. Yes, that's cool. That's a cool idea. I like the sound of that. Ice skating and a date.
Does he mean like a date is in like the raisins, or does he mean like a date in like?
Well, I don't think he means like June the 12th.
Hobba.
I think he means like maybe that one.
Hobba.
Hobba. Not like a date with chewing gum. I think maybe he means like a date with somebody he admires from afar and would like to admire from near.
Nature, you can call him Chubba Chubba. Sorry, go on.
Quite a few of them. Right. So, yes. So that was somebody who wrote in. We didn't have that many this week because, in all honesty, we kind of forgot to ask a lot of people.
Yeah, I forgot.
So, sorry, folks. We pretty laxed out this week, but next week we should hopefully have a few more things out there. But yeah, so Jack, what are you looking forward to once things are fully safe to go and do again?
I'm looking forward to obviously going back to training, travelling, competing and all that sort of stuff. But I think what I'm looking forward to most is being in situations that don't feel awkward, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like, so at the moment we've met our friends, which usually would do, but normally they come round for like a takeaway and games night, or we go for a night out and all that sort of stuff. But at the moment we're sitting in the park and we know that we have to keep distance and all that sort of stuff, and it just feels like, we're doing this because of that.
Yeah, there's always that barrier.
I just don't want to be like doing that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to feel like I'm not getting in someone's personal space by miles away.
Yeah, well,
so,
it's going to happen eventually. It could be 5 years, but it's going to happen eventually. And
it'll be all right.
Yeah, it all works out in the end. It's what we're here for. It's keep you guys company, keep you happy.
I miss a sweaty nightclub. That sounds weird.
See, I've never seen the appeal to even want to go to one. I've never been to. I don't think I've ever been to a nightclub. I used to work in a pub.
World.
What was that?
You need to get the Pot World Spice Girls on.
Pop World. I do like a bit of the spice.
Straight on there. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what you want, what you really, really want. I want it, really, 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 as you can see.
Yes. Two Become One's a much better jam.
That's the one.
Or Viva.
That's a slow dance, though, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. That's what I'm all about, man. If you're not there with a goal, why are you there? Right, so that's fair enough. So the thing that I'm most looking forward to, you get it.
Any goal's a goal. Right.
You're in the wrong clubs. They're not for soap. Right, so yeah. Can you give us a soap, mate? Oh, Jesus, what's that? That's not soap. Why is it warm? Anyway, the thing I'm most looking forward to, once everything is settled down properly.
Just standing in the nightclub toilet.
Nah, that's fine. Them days are behind me. As was he. No, no, the thing I'm most looking forward to, the grander things, is being able to go back to Japan.
Nice.
Or to go back to Disney. What are those things? They're like big scale things that would take time and money and whatnot. But it would just be nice to do, because we've been watching videos of Disney's reopened, obviously only for people who live in Florida. And it's just nice to see again, because we haven't seen it since we've been there, obviously. And it was such a special time to go. I want to go back. And obviously Japan as well. But something that's a little closer to home, a little cheaper. I just want to go to a theatre show.
Yeah.
I just want to go and, not even the cinema. I don't mind missing the cinema at the moment, because I was getting pissed off with it before I shut down anyway, because people talking in cinema seems to be much more becoming a thing. That was not English. People talking in the cinema seems to be becoming more and more of a thing. And
okay.
if there's something I hate, it's people speaking in the cinema.
Yeah. Are you one of them dead loud behind you?
I used to not be. And I used to give several goes before I just go get a staff member, because I work there.
Just chucking fig rolls at them.
Yeah, that's it. Fig rolls and Garibaldis, just frisbeeing them. But you can cut a head off with a Garibaldi.
Bucket my day.
Bucket my day. We had Garibaldis. We used to watch the moving pictures back when they were talkies. But nowadays I'm very, very short-tempered in the cinema.
Nice.
In fact, did I tell you when I almost got into a fight with somebody when I went to watch Star Wars?
Nope.
Yeah, the last Star Wars that was out, we paid top dollar because it was the last Star Wars in the main the big Skywalker saga trilogy. It was episode 9, and we got the not even D-box, what's it called? A 4DX. The big so there's 4 seats in the row, and it moves and wobbles everywhere and vibrates.
Yeah.
And really, really cool. It's 3D. It's got everything, and it's got like rain. It's got wind in your face. It's got smells. Everything's there. And so you're there. You spent a good chunk of change, and you're just waiting for the film to start. The couple next to me, Jesus fucking Christ, they were like Instagram posing, mainly her, but also him. They must have took a whole bunch of pictures, and then I went to the toilet before the film starts. And when I got back, Charles was like, they've not stopped taking pictures. And then the film starts, like the trailers are on, they're still chattering away and talking, which during the trailers, okay, but still I'm watching something. You know, it doesn't matter if it's not the film, I'm still watching this, but I kind of get it's not the film yet. If you're having a chat, carry on. And then the film starts, and it's the iconic Star Wars scroll. And my inner super Star Wars geek is like almost tearing up at this, like, oh my God, it's about to end. This is it. This is like you waiting for the 30 years for the cup. This is the end of the Skywalker saga, which has been going since 1976. So, you know, it's a long time for this whole story to go and conclude. So you're waiting for it to start, and you're seeing the scroll, and these pricks next to me just won't shut up. And so I give them a few shushes, right? A few like proper shh, them. And by the way, they're sat next to me and then next to them, you know, so there's like an armrest between us. It's not like there's distance, but I'm ready to throw down for Star Wars. So I shush him, and then so she looks at me like, you know, ew, you know, like these girls do. It's the usual response to me. And then he just sort of laughed a bit to himself, and then about 30 seconds later, he just one of them just starts talking again, not even just a whisper, and the film's on. It's been on. The credits have started. It's on. And so I just leaned forward and said, will you please shut up? The film is on. Like, that kind of perfectly clear and that kind of volume. And he was like, the fuck did you just say to me? I said, shut up, the film's on. And then sat back. I'm sat there going, like watching the film. I'm just praying. I'm like, don't see a fist come this way. I'm not going to look at him, but don't see a fist come this way. And then I could hear him saying to her, fucking tell me what to fucking do. And then she was like, oh, just shush, you know. It's like, yeah, just fucking shush. But luckily, it was okay. I didn't get knocked out. I don't think. If it did, I forgot. So either way, it's fine.
I remember going to the cinema with some of our mates when we were like probably 15.
Yeah.
You know, and going on the bus from Widnes to Runcorn was like an adventure.
Oh, yeah.
We used to go on the bus for ages.
Go to the that place in Runcorn.
Called Adam Murphy. And I haven't spoken to him for years, actually. And he was really good at making people really awkward. I just loved it. So we were sitting in the cinema. It was me, Josh and Adam were sitting there like that. And the lights go down, and he just goes, no, I will not take my pants off.
What an arsehole. Oh, he's that guy. Nobody wants that guy. They do, it's funny, but you don't want to be in that situation.
It was so bad.
You know, that's what friends are for, isn't it? They're there for embarrassment.
Yeah.
Embarrassment and company, that's all you need. An embarrassment of riches. But yeah, so that's what I want to do, is I want to go to a theatre show. Because we went to one just before lockdown. Like, literally, a couple of people were coughing in the audience, and I was like, you know, it was that close to lockdown happening.
Okay.
But it was the Back to the Future musical that just launched, and they launched it globally in Manchester, of all places. And it had, I forget his name, but it had famous people in it. The guy who was playing the Doc.
Famous if you got his name.
Well, I know, but the guy who's playing the Doc was like, he's in like the producers and stuff like that. Like, he's been in proper musicals, and it was fantastic. It was really, really good, and then it was stunning. Like, they had all sorts of cool visual effects and stuff, and they had like a Mandalorian on stage and big screens, and it was mind blowing. And then now people just can't see it, and it's like, that's just wasted, because they couldn't even film it or anything. You know, it wasn't even out. Like, I think we went to it like the 6th performance like ever, so it's not been on long at all. So yeah, I just want to go back to the theatre, get myself a pick and mix.
I booked for Lucy's Christmas present was to go see Hairspray in London.
Oh yeah, you were saying, yeah.
So we booked Hairspray, and she was made up, and for the present, so I got her a Christmas card, and I put a picture of like London in there, and I put a picture of like 2 knights, like two like in
well, like an armour.
In armour. So I was like, she surely would get the clue of like 2 nights London, and then I wrapped up a can of hairspray and give it to her. So I was like, there's clues here, right? So she goes, London, right, London. And she goes, 2 security guards. I went, what? She went, 2 security guards.
2 bouncers in Camelot.
She went 2 medieval blokes. And I was like, no, what are they called? She went, 2 jousters. I went, who calls them jousters? Like,
who started jouster?
I was like, one's in there. She went, London, 2 nights. Are we going to like some medieval festival? I was like, no. And then she's like,
no, they are the nights.
And I was like, and then I thought about getting a ball and drawing Michael on it, but I thought she's never going to get that. She's never going to get there.
Funny enough, do you reckon she'd only get that? That'd be the first thing she gets. Oh man, that'd be so cool to see. But
yeah, so it was Michael Ball's last one, I think.
Oh man, well, I'm sure he'll
might be wrong about that. But...
He'll probably come back to do it post lockdown.
Yeah, hopefully.
Because if it got cancelled, because I know 2021, I think, is when they're fully restarting everything. Oh no, wait, no, I think they've just I forget now. I think the major ones are coming back next year, but they've said they are going to start slowly doing performances again. I can't remember. I saw something about it recently. But yeah, anyway, that's what I want to do. So, Jack, I am going to put you a bit on the spot because I forgot to ask you before recording. What is next week's question?
Next week's question, let me think.
I do have one if you're proper stuck, but...
I've got one. Got one. What is your most memorable sporting moment?
What, like as a fan or something? Or?
Yeah, as a fan of telly, whether that was watching... we'll go for it. In fact, we'll redo the question.
Okay, redo.
Take 2.
Take 2.
What's your most memorable thing you've seen on TV? So have you seen the moon landings? Have you seen Michael Jordan at a 3-pointer? Have you seen Liverpool and lift the cup? What have you think? And you've gone, right, okay.
I get it. Kind of
monumental,
like Kennedy assassination and all that kind of stuff. Like what?
That's the one, yeah.
All right, maybe
9/11,
not as gruesome.
I remember 9/11 happening with the
like
when they.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
All that, yeah.
Yes.
But yeah,
September
maybe happy ones in that.
Maybe.
But yeah, watch.
Oh Jesus, that was a slippery slope, wasn't it? All right, folks. So yeah, that is next week's. What is your most memorable thing you've seen happen on TV? I like that, actually. I saw one last week that might be a good one for that because it was a clip from back in the day. But I remember it happening back in the day, if that makes sense. I just forgot about it. So that might be good.
Nice.
Cool. All right, folks. So remember, if you like what you've seen, please do us a favour. Like, subscribe, review, share with your friends. The most important one is just try and tell people to listen to it because we need more ears on this pod for it to grow. And that's up to you, folks. We really appreciate you guys listening, though. Truly do. If you've got any questions, comments, suggestions, whatever, you can comment below in the video if you're on YouTube. You can send us an email, huntingforfunny@gmail.com, or you can contact us on any of our social medias at huntingforfunny on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Does that sound about right?
Seamless.
Seamless. Bloody seamless. Yeah. This lad's a professional.
Right, I've got a shout out I need to do, Chris.
Go on.
I want to do, should I say?
Give us a shout.
Two boys in the Table Tennis squad, Billy Shilton and Josh Stacey, are doing a 24-hour COD marathon for charity.
Oh, cool.
For the NHS.
Right.
I've signed up. I can't play it, but I'll be
on there for 3
hours. I'm going to be playing.
Oh, nice. Charity tournaments are so fun. You're going to love it.
They're going to be on Twitch or I think it's on YouTube. Sorry, on YouTube Live. They'll have cameras. They're doing 24 hours on is it COD Warfare?
Yeah,
that one.
Warzone.
Warzone. That's
the new one. Yeah, it's a battle royale one. You are screwed.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a go on that. I don't know.
Oh, that's so cool. You better get practicing. So. Trust me, you want to practice. I was in a charity PUBG tournament, so it's the same kind of thing. Yeah, and we practiced for like a month before and got trolleyed. Like we got ruined. So yeah, that's brilliant, mate. So what's it called? And do you know what the charity it's for or whatever?
It's for the NHS.
For the NHS, okay, sorry.
NHS, yeah. So it's Billy Shilton, Josh Stacey. I'll share it on my socials. We'll chuck it on to Funny. There's a Just Giving page.
Yeah.
We'll get that. So I think it's on the 29th of July and the 1st of August, like over the weekend. 24 hours, yeah.
Nice. So. That'd be good. All right, awesome. Well, thanks a lot for listening, folks. Make sure you watch that competition and make sure you watch Jack get ruined by anybody and everybody. He's got to be number 100 to go out, just so you know. As in like the first.
Can you hide the bush?
What?
Can you hide the bush?
You can hide wherever you want, but you're not going to hide for long. Because
I played Fortnite.
The circle closes. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. It's a battle royale game. Except it's a lot harder and the people on it are a lot more obsessed. So good luck. So yeah, thanks a lot for listening, folks. We appreciate you guys. We hope you have a great week and we'll see you next week. In a minute, Jack.
Bye now, everyone. Love you. Take care.
Smooches.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.